Dr. Fahim Abdulghani. I work as a clinical director for Acorn Health, as well as an adjunct professor at Nova Southeastern University. I was part of the Broward County Public Schools from pre-K all the way up to high school. So in elementary school, I attended A.C. Perry as well as West Hollywood Elementary. And then I went to H.D. Perry Middle School, that was around at that time. And then I went to MacArthur High School. So I would continue to tell myself to keep going. Now, and the sky's the limit. I think that it's very important that everyone achieves their goals and achieve the highest potential, and not to think that there is a glass ceiling above us. Because sometimes I think that's what we, when we're raised in a certain environment, we're like, oh, well, maybe this is the highest I can be. But when we start seeing more like minority-owned businesses popping up, we see women having these leadership roles, different cultures, religions coming into play. I think it's very important.
My name is Tamara James, and I am the mayor of Dania Beach. I attended Broward County Public Schools throughout my K through 12 education, and I graduated from South Broward High School in Hollywood, Florida. Growing up through Broward County Public Schools allowed me to interact with a diverse group of individuals, rather that be teachers, faculty, and students that come from all different walks of life, and you learn to adapt and to understand different perspectives and to understand how fortunate or unfortunate you may have it. And for me, that grew my determination and my grind to want more for myself, because I didn't want the generation after me to continue to go through some of the things that I went through throughout my education. I think Women's History Month, honoring women who have had an impact on society, politics, education, all different walks of life, it should be honored. It is worthy of recognition. And I know that we wouldn't be where we are without the force of a woman.
My name is Sabrina Havayana, and I'm a city commissioner in Hallandale Beach, where I also became Broward County's youngest elected official in 2018. I graduated from Hallandale Magnet High School. I'm a really proud Charger, class of 2016. When I was at Hallandale High School, I was the president of the Key Club, our community service organization, as well as I also achieved the rank of major in our Charger Battalion, JROTC. And those organizations really helped me become the person I am today, helped me learn about leadership, teamwork, service to our community, and eventually led to me running to be a public servant in my community. So I definitely attest my leadership, my accomplishments through my mentorship of my teachers and my instructors back in high school. And to me, Women's History Month is about celebrating women and our mentors in history whose shoulders we stand on. Shirley Chisholm and Patsy Mink are two of mine, the first Black and Asian women to serve in Congress. But I think this month is also about supporting the women who are trying to break into industries, who are struggling, who are often the only one in the room, who are challenging the status quo and doing things that are scary and uncomfortable at first, but will make all the difference once they're there.
I'm Barbara Myrick, and I'm the general counsel for the school board of Broward County. I've worked in the general counsel's office since 2007 and have been the general counsel since 2016. Well, I started, my entire career has been in Broward County Public Schools. I started at Bennett Elementary, and then we moved down and I went to East Side, which was on the same grounds that Virginia Schumann Young is now on. Then I went to Sunrise Junior High School, not middle school, and Fort Lauderdale High School. So I graduated from Fort Lauderdale High School. I would like to share with the students that you need to be yourself. You need to try to become aware of what you like to do, what you have passion about. And if you can find that early, you can, guide your education and your studies and your volunteer work towards that.
Hi, I am Raquel Russell, and I live in Seattle, Washington now. and I am the Vice President of Partner Success at Zillow. And essentially, I help real estate agents who partner with Zillow be the best real estate agents they can be. I am a product of Coral Springs and Parkland schools. I went to Coral Springs Elementary. I could still sing you the song. I don't know how, but I still remember it. And I went to Coral Springs Middle School and Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. And when I was in the Obama White House, it was probably one of the first times that I really understood the power of women and women supporting women, and really kind of focused in and honed in on that aspect of my identity in a different way. And so for me, when I think about Women's History Month, I think about one, the women who came before me, but also the women who have supported me, whether they knew they were supporting me or not. Like there were a lot of women in the White House who I knew they knew me, but I learned so much from them. And I learned from them, not because, I sat down and spoke to them, but I saw how they, how they operated and how they worked. And I was able to learn from them and be able to do something similar myself.
My name is Dr. Vanessa Walker, and I'm a chiropractic physician here in South Florida, specifically in Miramar, Florida. I actually attended 3 Broward public schools. My family migrated from Jamaica, but I got here at the age of 9, and my first school was Fairway Elementary. And the teacher I remember at that school specifically is Mr. Morgan. When I first came to the United States, I was in the 5th grade, and he just made it a smoother process of me being there. After that, I went to Henry D. Perry Middle School, where the Wildcats are, no longer there as a middle school, but then I went to Stranahan High School, home of the Dragons. I believe women in general just take the leap. So also to young ladies, I would encourage them to get around a mentor, a woman who you may envision to be the path that you would like to walk someday. And in that process, the ideas and dreams and goals that you may think of, that you may write down, as the time come along, take the leaps towards those things.
Maria Mendez-Reed, MacArthur High School class of 1985, founder and creator of Moving with the Military television program. 2019 Army Spouse of the Year at Armed Forces Insurance. 2020 Military Spouse Entrepreneur Impact Award at Hiring Military Heroes. Mrs. Mendez-Reed lives in Texas with her husband, Patrick Reed, who is on active duty with the U.S. Army, and their 2 children.